y'all. I hope everything is going fantastic for you. For those joining at some point, please let me know if the music, for whatever reason, is too loud. But without further ado, hey, officially, we are live on mobile, y'all. So thank you, Wolfpack Family. It's all up to you, and I have no one to thank but you. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick things off, and I'm gonna light this incense here. This is a fusion of Palo Santo and white sage. So a local uh, a local shop has this, and it's quite amazing. All right, this area is cleanse. Universe, thank you so much. Thank you so much for a wonderful day. And I hope whoever finds this message may it find them in the proper time and the time when they need it the most, or even earlier if it's possible, if it's meant to be. Thank you so much. With much love and light. And continue. Serious cleanse. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, as I just looked up. Okay. All right. So, what I'm gonna do is, this one definitely I'm gonna pull from here, y'all. So it's the Wolfpack Tarot deck, not a sponsor, just the name of it. I'd like to show people what I'm using. And yeah, no, they ain't paying me. So, okay, so have that, and let's see what else. So I think let's do one of these actually. Faded Pocket Love Oracle. Oh boy. It's always a popular thing to talk about. So let's go ahead and do that one. So, just saw 222 a second ago in my peripherals. I hope you can hear me too. With the whole, I just realized I forgot to have my little Bluetooth microphone. So I hope you can hear me, y'all. Anyways, perfect. Welcome, welcome. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to stay apprised of all the latest readings. So we have here the Wolfpack Tarot, and we have here the Faded Love Oracle. Okay, probably put it in the frame for a little bit actually, so you can kind of see what it is. I like for people to be able to see the kind of decks that I'm using. Okay, so perfect. Welcome everybody joining. You came just at the perfect time. We are about to get started here. Grab your popcorn, whatever your favorite snack, whatnot. I think I should pull from this. It's quite a celebration. I have no one to thank but all of you for helping me reach this. Over 100 subscribers, and within a few days from today, I just was able to go live. It's my first live on mobile, straight from the phone, 333 on the clock. As I just see, well, not on the clock, but on the, I'm seeing the video time. So, anyways, Cries of the Soul Oracle. That's what the box looks like there. So, I'm gonna pull from. What I'm gonna do is gonna shuffle the decks just in general, and if anyone, let's see here. Okay, perfect. I'm getting used to seeing the chat now on the mobile, so just bear with me for a second. So I'm going to shuffle all of them first, and then I'm going to go ahead and go there after that. You will find me on, just by name, Mystic Wolf everywhere. So let's see. Let's actually do a quick little actual straight up sage too while we're at it. It doesn't hurt to have a little extra cleansing. So while we have the other incense burning in the background. Universe, thank you again. Cleanse these decks. Any unwanted energies, they're not welcome here. This whole area is protected for whoever this message is meant to be. This is a timeless reading, by the way. So whoever's meant to hear this message is for you when it finds you. Okay? All right, so Let's get shuffling here. Oh, shoot, that's too many. Let's keep this one here. What does the Wolfpack family need to know today? Okay. Higher self, guides, angels, any positive entities that are working in the highest alignment of a group or a single person in the collective. See a few more shuffles. Anything. I feel like I want to come out there. Okay. So, and then we have this here. Let's go ahead and check this out. Let me know if that music is too loud too, by the way. But, okay. Any quick little message? This is a quick little deck here. Let's see what we got. Any message for the collective here? Oh, okay. I don't know if you saw that. I did. I definitely did. I think this one I kind of saw coming out. All right. It's only, I think, 13 cards or so, so I'm not gonna go too much long. Let's see. Okay. Kind of laughing at this music, kind of putting me to sleep too. It's very peaceful. I hope you are relaxed as well. So, all right, now let's do the Cries of the Soul Oracle, and then after all this has officially been shuffled, then we will continue. Okay. I hope you all having a fantastic night, by the way. Oh wow, that one just kind of slid. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Anything for the collective? Anything they need to know? Anything for the collective? I do like to sing too. Fun fact. Even if it's just karaoke, I just sing by myself if I have to. One of them fell on the floor. Okay. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna stop it here and see. One, two. Do I try? Okay. All right. Okay. What I just thought was funny though. I just saw this. All right. So, two. Angel numbers right there. 222. Yeah, that's right. So let's see what we got with this 222. We're gonna reference potentially back to these the stack later. So, but let's see what we got. So. Starting with the 222. Awareness. You are completely aware of a situation in your life. Do not underestimate the danger. By being aware of this situation, it will help you to avoid danger. This will give you more choices. This card represents a person. Okay. Awareness of someone, a person in your life. Okay. Alpha male. This card represents a very powerful male that will be coming into your life within the next 12 months. This person could change your life. He could be a stockbroker, lawyer, doctor, real estate agent, or benefactor. He will not be a lover. This interpretation only applies when it shows them shuffle spread. Okay. Let's continue. So not a lover. But this one here is talking about a person specific. Let's see what we have. Now this awareness could have to do with a lover. So we'll see. Let's do this one first. These are shadow work decks. This is a shadow work card. Energy sponge. I align my internal and external balance. So essentially this mantra is to help you to work with a shadow of energy sponge. Oof. All right. And personal karma. I decide the weight of my inner baggage. So that is you saying the mantra to work with the shadow of personal karma. Okay. Now let's see with the final two cards, 2, 2, and 2. Let's see what we have here. This is the Faded Love Pocket Oracle. Step back and cut the cord. Wow. Okay. So, just based off of just seeing this in general, let's take a few moments here. Let's not rush anything. Okay. I love hanging out with my Wolfpack family here. So, for whoever this person is, whether it's one person or a group of people in the collective, I'm gonna take a drink of water. This person is probably a magnet of sorts right now. This person is getting in touch with their intuition. They're tuning into their intuitive abilities right now. This person being in tune with things could be with nature, could be with the universe. And you also have the sun right behind here. So there's happiness that's on the horizon. Maybe opening of the third eye, opening up to inner knowledge, inner awareness. Whatever the case is, when it comes to being more tapped in and tuned to the universe, that means that you are also more susceptible to potentially absorbing things that you don't want to absorb. Hence, negative energies from other people, whether they be like Debbie Downers, you know what I mean, trying to dim your light, you know what I mean, not just being, you know, just kind of like leeching off of your energy. Because if your energy is positive, your energy is vibrant, people are definitely going to want to be, you are a magnet to anyone, because when darkness is attracted to light, there's also the saying, misery loves company. But if you're not careful, and this is where sometimes you have to take a step back from said people, and these could be people that you can potentially help being around, at least for the time being, whether it's like family or a spouse, even with maybe some turmoil, something going on. At the end of the day, though, everyone does have the free will and the free choice to make whatever decision. That just means they're going to be hard decisions, because now we're talking about cutting the cord here. So it's going to be an intuitive nudge, though. I see this sliver of crescent right here. It's going to be an intuitive nudge to kind of point you in the right direction, and it's going to whisper to you in the background saying, hey, you're just going to know. You're just going to know intuitively when it's time, and it's going to time to cut that cord. Now, be careful. Just make sure when it comes to anything, if that is something that you decide to do in general, make sure that you always prepared and you research anything that you do to make sure that everything's about intention, and just make sure that you always protect yourself, just in general. Your guides are there protecting you, but just in general. So let's see what we have here. Personal karma. It could be going through a karmic cycle right now. It could be either through a relationship, or they had gone through one in the past, whether it's a relationship with a loved one, or like a spouse, or it could be like a relationship with like a family member or something like that. But it says here, I decide the weight of my inner baggage. So to me, that's saying working with this shadow is I decide how bad it gets to be, in a way. Because at the end of the day, everything is a matter of perception. You know what I mean? The universe, yes, is going to allow certain trials and certain things to happen, because duality does exist. One can't exist without the other. You know what I mean? And you know, we may in this lifetime, this is what I feel intuitively, and just what resonates with me for now, is that in this life, some maybe even be paying like ancestral karma from past lives, or even something that was passed in the lineage, or even when it comes to like people being awakened in this generation to break generational curses and things like that, or even for those trying to do something dark to somebody in this life. But at the end of the day, there's nothing to fear, because you are powerful and you are part of the divine. You are divine, and you have the answers within you. You have all the protection and everything within you. You just have to make sure that you also believe that and trust that, because at the end of the day, you manifest and inhabit your own reality based on your thoughts and your beliefs. And it's all about awareness. It's all about awareness. It could be that this person here, by the way, this alpha male, which again, not a lover in this specific instance, this one could relate to being aware of a lover, because someone here is energy sponge and kind of like sponging off of someone else. You know what I mean? But it could be that this person could help aid when it comes to this, or maybe during this time that it just okay. So it could be also for someone to be able to come and change your life, something must have to come out to make space for the new. You know what I mean? A lot of people may be scared of tower moments and things like that, but at the end of the day, the tower moment is a blessing in disguise if you sit through the discomfort of the initial shock. Because at the end of the day, if by trusting in the universe and trusting in that divine guidance and that protection, you will come to realize how much truly you are loved and cared for. So, perfect. That's fantastic. Let's see what we have at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. So we're going to have a 2-2-2 here, and I guess that would make it 3-3-3. Now we have unbalanced ego. Let's see. I align my inner world with the outer world. And this one here just talked about I align my internal and the external sponge. Okay, so let's try to lay them out here the best way possible. Okay, so I got these here. That's a good thing about landscape, y'all, at least when it comes to cards, most of the time. It's better to see them laid out like this. Okay, now, rejoice, rejoice, everyone. You see these wolves are... I couldn't help myself. All right, Wolfpack Family, do it with me too. All right. Anyways, rejoice. Finally, the drama in your life is over. Time to celebrate. Rejoice and go on with your life in a creative way. A newfound freedom financially, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. And it's probably having to do whenever you cut this cord, potentially. Okay. Now we're going to dive into some of these here. I'm very interested because with these here, there's definitely more meat to things when it comes to the shadow. So let's see what we have at the bottom of the Lovers card. Ooh, red flag. Wow. Got red flag here, y'all. Okay, so that probably has to do with this awareness. Probably, there's probably obvious, at least to some, there's probably obvious red flags. Like, hey, look, at least in this situation, it shows this wolf is aware, like is on guard, like, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up? But yeah, red flag. I wasn't going to show this, but this one here, as I was about to put this over here down, when I came to show you this card showed up. Release the desire to control. I don't think that's for no reason. So I feel we're going to keep that one here because releasing the desire to control right here, this is what is potentially keeping said person from actually taking action and making some tough choices here. Let's continue here. So I want to talk about, let's go ahead with some of these here. Now this one here, usually when a lot of people may hear the word ego, maybe triggered potentially. Unbalanced ego, align my inner and outer world. Let's see what the booklet says about it, because this here is about healing that shadow, okay? About embracing and loving the shadow, loving the part of ourselves, because everything that exists, at least in the physical, like it has a shadow. Like as we're standing in the sun, to be in the sun, you have to understand the shadow at the same time, because if the sun is shining on you, then there is going to be a shadow, even if it's shining straight down. At least if you're standing on something. All right, so let's see. All right, so okay, perfect. Unbalanced ego. All right, I guess we could read it together. So This one right here, the first part is understanding the shadow. The second part is kind of working your way to working with the shadow. Warning is going to be a positive warning from learning about the shadow. You can prevent things in the future, and moving forward is, well, moving forward. So we will do just that here. The unbalanced ego. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. Now, when I'm reading this, this is your shadow speaking to you, just so you know, okay? I help you assert your needs and reference framework and set boundaries against the outside world so you may be yourself without doing, saying, thinking, or being things that are not true to who you are. However, because I am unbalanced, you are no longer able to create inner harmony. On the one hand, I may disappear completely, so you step aside in favor of others, feeling overwhelmed and irritated. On the other hand, I may be completely inflexible and forbid you from sharing with the outside world. As a consequence of your education, trauma, or fear of your identity, I isolate you from everything. Supplement. When I am present, you may feel pushed around, yet my energy feels like a positive thing for you. I prevent you from seeing clearly what's before you, so you find yourself unable to make decisions or move forward. You either completely close yourself off from others, casting aside any possibility for compromise, or you soak up other people's expectations without asserting your own. When you're afraid to allow new ways of thinking to come to you, my presence locks in your certainties, so change becomes impossible. Wow. Let's see. And the positive warning to move, to start healing. You live in a world of constant activity. In order to reveal yourself and share peacefully with the outside world, your ego must be balanced. An unbalanced ego can be a sign that you need to take a break, transform a habit, exercise, think in new ways, or make changes. When I am with you, it's a sign that something isn't working for you. But don't try to erase me. The more I fade away, the more you will sponge up external energies. Wow, we just talked about sponging up energies. Look at this, dude. Yo, I'm not even, what? We're not making this up. Look at this collect. All right, look, it says, the more I fade away, it's an unbalanced ego, right? The more I fade away, the more you will sponge up external energies. Yes, thank you. All right, let's continue. Wow, I just thought it was funny. Okay, moving forward. To create a fresh relationship with me, you need to accept that eternal balance is impossible. We'll sometimes move forward together because you don't have the necessary resources to balance me, and sometimes we'll be apart. You have to ask yourself, what are your needs, abilities, and values? Think about action steps you take. Think about action steps you can take to align with your answers. It is by listening to your inner imbalances that you'll be able to create inner harmony. Okay. Well, now that we read about the energy sponge here, let's kind of read over this one here just real quick, and I think we'll probably close it off there, okay? Because I think everything else pretty much, for the most part, is kind of self-explanatory. Energy. Where is this at? Okay. Okay, good. I got it. Here we go. All right, energy sponge. Okay. I love just the design of everything. It's great. Because it is a shadow work deck after all. So, all right. This is the energy sponge shadow speaking to you. My role is to make your ego fade away and disrupt the harmony in your inner being. I sponge up everything outside and bring it inside. With me, external energies become your negative internal energies. When I am with you, I'm constantly at my job, so you feel tired, irritated, and scattered, and have difficulty setting boundaries and asserting yourself. You can't seem to focus on yourself and your projects because all your attention is on the outside world. Supplement. You can often say you're an energy sponge and consider this state of inner imbalance as inevitable, and sometimes as a source of reassurance. When you don't feel capable of setting boundaries and saying, no, I'm the perfect excuse. When you're afraid of your emotional reactions, when you're afraid of your emotional reactions, you can just sponge up other people's, which are so numerous and powerful, there's no room left for yours. You don't question your values and follow the decisions made by other people so you don't make mistakes or fail. Being a sponge is your way of moving forward and experimenting. Positive warning. I am energy imbalance. Perfect alignment and permanent balance are pipe dreams. When you feel you're sponging up other people's energies, ask yourself why you're afraid to assert yourself and set boundaries. When you feel that I'm carrying out my mission, isolate yourself or ask a trusted person for help. Your energy imbalance may have been created by a thought, strong emotion, external events, relationship, or memory, and you need to question things about yourself and reconnect with yourself. And moving forward. In order for me to stop sponging up external energies, you need silence. Sit in a peaceful spot and listen to what your thoughts and emotions are telling you. Think about recent disturbing events and visualize a bright bubble surrounding you and protecting you. You can also work on particular chakras, the root chakra for fears about making a choice, sacral chakra for negative emotional reactions, solar plexus chakra for upsetting thoughts, heart chakra for relationship problems, throat chakra for distressing conversations, third eye, okay. If your intuition bothers you, and crown chakra if you can't let go. You're in control of your energies. You are in control of your energies. All right, that's what I'm saying here, y'all. All right, let's kind of zoom in a little bit more here. So we have here, we have red flag, we have step back, cut the cord, release desire for control. So let's get this in view. If y'all want to take a, I know I'm gonna probably take a screenshot of this here. All right, I thought I turned off the live head. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Thank you, everyone. All right, and then now we have rejoice, awareness, and alpha male. And finally, with the shadows, we are healing, unbalanced ego, energy sponge, and personal karma. So that's just like a little recap of them. So what I'm getting here is the energy of someone or some people in the collective multiple that are doing their best. They need to practice more awareness. This person, awareness of things that they need to do. They're probably trying to justify a lot of things on their own, and it does, take strength and courage to make some of the hard choices, like taking a step back if that's what's needed, or cutting the cords with intention and carefulness. Releasing the desire to control, practicing that surrender to the universe, being aware of the red flags, whether it's a family, loved one, a spouse. And I think through kind of being aware of these things, it will help you get to the point where the drama in your life will be over. Because if you're able to make healthy boundaries, take a step back, not dim your light, and cut the cords where necessary to those not longer in alignment, then that is going to put you in a position for rejoicing, which will probably unlock the key to this alpha male person that will help change your life. Again, not a lover. And it'll also take doing some of the inner work, some of these things here. So, all right, y'all, I think we're going to close it off there. Sending you all off with love and light. Thank you so much again, very much, for 100+ subscribers. Woo! Thank you so much, Wolfpack Family Collective. I am so grateful. And this is a start. This is just the beginning of a wonderful journey together, that as we grow and heal together, okay? I love you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one, okay? Ciao, Wolfpack Family.